So my name is Rachel Metz. My husband and I, Sonny Harnish, own Shady Oaks Farm. We have 25 acres, and on our property we take care of roughly 18 horses. Small thoroughbred operation, so we have mares, babies, stallion, and then we have some riding horses that we oversee and take care of as well. The reason I wanted to find an easier way to pick up manure on my farm, horse manure, is because especially with the mares and babies, you know, keeping your eye on them, having them up top, a lot of manure, you know, collects. I was picking it up by hand and I didn't mind it. It took a lot of time. We had about 5 to 6 paddocks that we would have to pick up, and I'd have to allocate at least a day, once a week, to just pick up my fields. Not only was it the time that I wanted to alleviate, but also physically. It was starting to really hurt my right arm and shoulder just from the constant repetitiveness of picking up the manure and so forth. So I said, there's got to be an easier way to do this other than this way, by hand. So I researched online and came across tow and collect. So now that I have the tow and collect, I can do a field in 15 minutes, easy. And I can do all the fields that I tow and collect, about 6, in an hour and a half, as opposed to an all-day event of picking up, you know, by hand. Well, it allows me more time to be with the animals. You know, there's other things I'd rather be doing with my animals, you know, grooming, especially with all the mares and babies. Once the babies are on the ground, you've got to check them, make sure everything's good, check the mares, you know, and gives me more time to allocate towards the care of the animals and riding my horse and focusing on that rather than just picking up the fields all the time. So how I found tow and collect was, like I said, it was really getting physically hard to pick up the fields. So one night, at the end of the day, I started searching online, like what is out there to pick up manure? Besides, you know, you see a lot of other things like a vacuum apparatus or other options, but none of them appealed to me. I happened to stumble across a video of the tow and collect. I thought, wow, that looks interesting. I wanted to find more out about it. So then I think I went to YouTube and I just Googled or YouTube searched tow and collect, and I actually found a little more information, and then that led me to their website. So then I just kept looking at their website, and once I found the video, I kept looking at it over and over and over, like, is this really gonna work? Is it too good to be true? I mean, so I asked for some references and they gave me a couple, and I spoke to a really nice gentleman in the Florida area. So when I received the machine, it was shipped from Georgia and it arrived on a big flatbed truck. And I think it was already assembled when I got it. I didn't have to do anything. I just took it up to my Kubota and went out into a field. And you know, you have to play around with the adjustments. You know, how high you have the prongs that go along the field, and how high or low you adjust the brush. And so it took some, you know, tweaking and experiencing with, you know, with it a little bit, but eventually I pretty much have it figured out. Depending on the time of year, you know, winter is a little different than summer, where I put the settings. But so since I've had it, you know, what I find, one of the things that surprises me is I think it helps. Even strangely enough, it kind of fluffs up my field, and I think it helps keep my pastures healthy. I could be completely wrong, but I think because you brush the pastures, basically it works like a street sweep. You're running a brush over the manure like a street sweep, and it's sweeping it up into the catch. So not only are you picking up the manure, but you're brushing your fields. And I think with the brushing of the fields, it kind of helps keep them healthy a little bit. And then I like it that it picks up the thatch a little bit, and then when I dump it, you know, it's like a nice compost pile that can be utilized for future use. The tow and collect is so easy to use. All I do is hook it up to my Kubota and go out and pick up fields, and I can do one field in 15 minutes. And if I would recommend it, I love it. If anybody's looking for something to pick up fields quickly with, I think it's a good option. I've been very pleased and would recommend it. I'm glad the tow and collect was out there for me to find. It's been a game changer for me.